This is John from Peach Guitars, and I'm really delighted to say that I'm with my good friend Joe Knaggs and Peter Wolf. So great to see you, fellas.
Great to see you, John.
I've got a cuddle for you as well. I'll cuddle for you as well, Peter.
It's been time, man.
I know it's been a long
lot
time.
of years, but it's great to be back with you.
It is. It's superb, and obviously a lot of people that follow us on our social media and things like that will see that we've been raving about Joe's guitars, the Knaggs guitars, and I've even ordered one for myself. You know, a jaded old guitar retailer. It still loves guitars, and you know, when I got this guitar, well, when I saw the first one, the 7X, it just absolutely blew my socks off. Basically, Joe knows that I'm a strap man, and in the we kind of spoke in the old days, pre Knaggs, and you know, we banned a few ideas around, and now I've got what I want. I've got what I want. And how do you do it? How do you do it?
We try to build the best guitars we possibly can.
Yeah.
You know, when I left PRS, I wanted to design some of my own models, and you know, I was a Fender player also.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it. When I play that guitar, it's I play different, but I've still got that comfort blanket of that like reference sound there when I want it, you know. But it makes me play in a different way, which is good, because when I play other guitars, unless I have that reference, I go all over the place. Yeah,
I mean, I played a 61 Strat all my life, and when I designed the Severn, I wanted it to be what the 61 Strat was, but then it had its own sound and its own thing going on, and you know, I think we've achieved that through the bridge. That's a big one, and also the way we make our necks.
And I
wanted the guitar to ring.
With that finish as well on the guitar as well, the satin finish on the back of the necks. That's something that you've changed to fairly recently. Is it going all set like that semi-gloss finish?
Yeah, we've switched over to the semi-gloss for most of what we do. We still do the gloss finish.
The Steve Stevens guitars, gloss, isn't it? Yeah,
gloss, and some of the Knaggs. But actually this year we're switching everything over unless people request to get the gloss, because people seem to love the feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and the look.
Actually, and the looks.
Yeah. And so tell us a little bit more about what you've done with the bridge then as well, because it's a pretty like unique design from, you know, especially the one on the 3 single coil guitars. It's almost like a cross between a telly sort of looking type sort of thing as well.
The way that the short story about how that bridge developed was I looked at a Telecaster bridge and I wondered why they didn't screw the front down. Yeah. Because the front of the bridge plate was sticking up.
Sure.
And so
no contact with the body.
No contact. So I said to myself, well, and me and my buddy made one out of steel, and we screwed it down to the bridge, and I put it on the chop tank that I designed. Okay, and I'd never heard a guitar ring like that. I'm not trying to say that it was so much better than anything, but it just, the sustain was really beautiful. So what I wanted to do is make a tremolo version of that, and so we cut the bridge in half. Okay, and I put a pin in between it.
Oh yeah.
And unfortunately the pin didn't really work too good, so we came up with a ball bearing design. So the biggest difference between that bridge and a regular trem bridge is that it's actually a hinge. Right. Okay, and this plate is screwed down to the top of the guitar, and the bridge is rocking on these hinge pins. Okay, instead of knife edge screws,
which can wear out,
which can wear out, or if it's in soft wood, they'll actually rock themselves loose, and you won't get that same drive.
And you don't get the tuning stability.
So I wanted that sound to come from those bridge saddles and go into the middle of the guitar more. And I think that's really what we got. Actually, someone said something the other day. They said it's like the guitar is the sound is coming from the gut of the guitar, rather than the butt of the guitar. And I was like, that's a pretty good way of describing it.
I definitely think with the sound of the guitars, like first, you know, obviously tried them, you know, when you first started, and and always thought they were great. But now they sound, they do have their own sound, but they've still got the roots there as well. But they, you know, I think a lot of people are just going to say, oh, you know, it's just going to be a PRS, you know, in a different guise. But
we went through that.
And you're always going to have that connection, obviously.
But I want to say something to that end. Our guitars are way less like PRSs than they are like old Gibsons and old Fenders. I actually think that they're PRS is the last guitar that I really equate our guitars to.
I've said to customers in the store when they're coming to look at them, and they say, "Oh, yeah, that's that guy that used to work for PRS." I'm like, it is not that guitar at all. You know, if you if you love Strats or you love Les Pauls or whatever, you know, you should try one of those guitars.
Yeah, when I designed for PRS, I designed with PRS in mind.
Yeah.
These were, I wanted to come up with something that I had in mind.
Yeah.
It really was from the 61 Strat,
yeah,
Telecasters,
yeah,
etc., etc.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and all the like you got a load of different options that you're doing on the guitars. Obviously, you got the 3 tiers. There's Doug there. We've got a few of these guitars coming in soon. I think there's a few on the way, hopefully.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, but Joe's here and he's not back at the ranch finishing them off. So what do you do on a day-to-day basis?
I clean the toilets.
Clean the toilets, and he goes around upsetting everyone.
No, I do really everything there.
Yeah.
I purchase. I build every day. I got my hands on the guitars.
Yeah, I was amazed. You know, when I saw some of the pictures that Peter posts on Facebook, I was like, damn, he's in there with the you know, the chisel and all that goodness.
Yep. So I go through each guitar, and sometimes I have to spray if I have to, and I do whatever really it needs to be to get the guitars through.
Yeah.
And then of course I'm designing stuff too at the same time, and you know, a little of everything, Johnny. It's
and using a few different pickups for different models to suit.
Yeah,
what sounds best, I guess.
You know, I've said this before that, you know, the pickup makers that we're using, whether it's Bare Knuckles, whether it's Lawler, whether it's Seymour Duncan, whether it's Lindy Fralin, you know, these guys have been studying pickup making for 35 years.
Yeah, they got it
as
down,
long as we've been studying guitar making. So they got so many different pickups to offer, and we try to match them to the different guitars. We're proud to have their pickups in our guitars.
Oh, that setup on that 7X with the that humbucker and those. What are the single coils on that?
They're the ATXK. They're a single coil that we had designed through Seymour Duncan.
Yeah.
It's based off the Texas Hot pickup.
Yeah, it's got that sound.
But we actually wound it a little bit less than the Texas Hot.
Yeah.
And
it matches with the humbucker, doesn't it, really well?
I think it does.
Yeah.
The TB4 pickup is a good pickup because it's really hot.
Sounds great.
And you can split the coil. You don't get a big volume drop.
No, I really like it, and I really love the frets, those Evo frets that are on there as well.
Right.
Yeah, they feel amazing. They're so basically from what I've gathered, they're still like a nickel style fret. But
they're a different alloy.
Yeah.
I think they combine. I'm not sure what the alloy is. They don't really like to talk about that. But I think it's bronze and nickel together.
Yeah, I love the color.
It may be a little bit of stainless, but I've never been a fan of stainless steel fret wire.
Yeah, it does change.
So to me, this is a good in between.
Yeah.
It's very hard. It's not quite as hard as stainless, but it rings better than stainless steel.
Yeah.
I've never liked the way stainless steel rang. If you ever take a stainless steel bar or a knife or something, hit it, it doesn't really ring.
No.
Regular tool steel does, and that's what we make our bridges
I guess they're great, you know, for shredders, you know, high gain sort of stuff, and you know, they are very, very hard wearing. But yeah, the first time I felt that, well, it just blew me away straight away. That the 7X, and our good friend back in the UK, Nick, bought it straight away, so I couldn't have it. So Nick was the first one to get one from us. So well done, Nick. You're a good man. He's already on the hunt for a Honga, I think, already. Awesome. And so that's the newest model that you've introduced.
That is correct.
So that's a 24 fret.
24 fret, you know, regular 24.75 scale.
Yeah.
It's based off of SG, but you know, we put our influence bridge on it, which drives the sound into the middle of the body more.
And we've got that. There's that green one coming that's got the Lawler Filtertrons.
Yeah, now that was the Lawler Filtertron sounded great in that guitar.
Yeah, that's going to sound smoking. I think.
Sounded really good.
Yeah, and I love that those drift finishes that you're doing as well, because it's you know, it's nice to feel some of the grain in the wood and stuff, and and it's just I mean it's just really, really cool. So I think we could go on talking about guitars forever, but I would say just come down, try some guitars out. We've got a few in stock now, but we've got plenty more on order with Joe and Peter, and we'd be absolutely delighted to sit down with you, go through anything that you want to try out, and just get a feel for these amazing guitars. So one thing I definitely would say as well is, like, don't just think, oh yeah, it is another PRS. I love PRS guitars as well. I love Fenders, I love Gibsons, I love everything that we sell, and everything that we sell at Peach, you know, we sell it because we like it, and we don't just like these guitars, we absolutely love them. Like I say, I bought one for myself, and you know, just come in and check them out. So thanks for now, cheers, bye bye.
Thank you very much.
Cool.